Irene. Thanks for being here. Be patient with me, will you? All right, so part one, we got a lot of parts here. Part one is a multiple choice section that is 73 points because it's 73 questions. And it ranges from diagrams at the micro level to diagrams at the medium macro level. By that I mean like the muscle body itself and the fascicles, right? The epimysium, the paramysium, and the endomysium. And then at the seriously micro level, like where you're looking at the myosin heads and you can see what's going on, even at the troponin, tropomyosin level. Okay, so where you actually see the globular units of actin. Who knew? Actin's really skinny, this like skinny filament, but actin is actually a whole bunch of little globular proteins put together, tiny little proteins. So all the way from the macro anatomy of the muscles on your body through the micro, you need to be responsible for in this multiple choice section. Also in this multiple choice section, there's a very fun little, I think it's page 6 here, yeah. I have matching with the origins, insertions, and actions, and on an older test from a few years ago, I actually had more than you needed. That turned out to be so cruel and so bad for people that I've changed it so that it's exactly the right number of origins, insertions, and actions matched to those muscles. Really, it should be a piece of cake. Okay, it's all right in front of you. It is specific, but you should be able to figure it out. In terms of budgeting your time, I'm estimating that each multiple choice question will take about 30 seconds. So you should be done with this in about 30 to 35 minutes. Some of you will zip through, you'll be done in like 20, okay? But just know going into the test tomorrow that you should spend about half of the time on the multiple choice. Estimating, of course, right? And then you'll hand that in. It's really important to know you're not going to be able to reference other parts of the test. That's purposeful. That's my choice. Make it a little more challenging. Part 2 is a short answer section, and there are 4 questions. They're each worth 3 points, so that's a total of 12 points on the short answer. And they range from things like ATP and that whole energetics lecture I gave you to what's actually happening at the motor end plate with the folds of the sarcolemma and the receptor molecules, that whole deal, how acetylcholine has to cross over the synaptic cleft. Yeah, so make sure you study the neuromuscular junction and you're able to write about exactly what's happening there. Then you'll hand that in and you'll get your part 3. Part 3 is an essay. All right, so this is the essay. At this point in the year, it should be clear to you that virtually every component of the human body, from the level of organelles to cells, from cells to tissues, from tissues to organs, from organs to organ systems, and from organ systems to you, a human being, can be understood through this tenet: structure determines function. The other important theme of harmony, quote unquote, in body and mind, known in Sanskrit as yoga, is homeostasis, or balance or equilibrium. Hi, Jane. Write an essay employing your best writing for this class so far. Okay? I don't know if you know this, but I'm not only a medium writer. All right? I had a preceptor at Princeton who told me I was never going to be a great writer, but I still wrote a 194-page dissertation, so I'm okay at it now, right? With practice, you can get to be okay. Okay? So you're going to do your best writing so far. Doesn't have to be amazing. I'm not going to tell you it's terrible, but it needs to be your best. I'm not going to bring it to Betsy Gray and say, oh, what is this, right? But I need it to be decent. Be sure to incorporate answers to each of the following questions in a way that, 1, makes sense to you, and 2, will make it clear to me that you understand the most important concepts of this course, right? I want to see that you're not just memorizing little facts, that you've got a whole big broad picture, that your gestalt experience here enables you to apply this to life, that you can see patterns, that you're looking and you're thinking to yourself, oh, muscles are simply a bunch of fractals. You got long, skinny, round things, made up of long, skinny, round things, right? That you're seeing all that there is that connects, and I want that to show in your essay. So you'll begin your essay with a thesis statement that grabs me, okay? Don't make it boring. Make it grab me and make it be what you're actually going to say. So think, you have 24 hours to think, period 7, luckily we'll get to see this. You have 24 hours to think about what kind of thesis you'd like to make here. And you're going to use 3 supporting paragraphs, okay? One's going to be, and Anna, you know this already, one's going to be at the level of microanatomy. Choose one specific example that demonstrates this theme. Structure determines function. And don't all write the same thing, okay? Make it interesting to me. You have to choose one specific example. Make it good. Make it so you're clear on this. Then at the macro anatomy, again, don't all just write about the gastrocnemius. That'll be boring to read. So 63 different essays, hopefully. And finally, explain how homeostasis of the body substantially relies upon muscles. And again, make it thorough, make it detailed. Nobody's asking you to write the essay tonight and memorize the whole thing. I'm just saying plan a little. Because essays that are planned are much more fun to read. There's nothing worse than getting an essay from somebody written frantically in the last 20 minutes of a test that's just like this stream of consciousness of all the stuff they studied. It's terrible. That's not what I want. I want something that's clearly thought out, planned a little bit, where you're bringing things together, okay? That's 15 points. I say 15 minutes on that, okay? Maybe 10 on the short answers, 15 on the essay. And then there's part 4. Part 4 is only for the people who finish in time. It's midterm preview questions. I'd really love for everybody to finish with 5 minutes left to take the midterm preview questions so I can see where we are. It's kind of like PKA / already learned it knowledge assessment, where I want to see if you remember and if you've been already studying for the midterm. Okay, so 4 parts, 3 are for 100 points, 1's for 0 points. I'd like the last 5 minutes to be that midterm preview question, and that is, yeah, peace out.